This is GCSE Maths, and we're taking a look at simple trigonometry. So this bit is just for right angle triangles, so it's going to be our SOHCAHTOA approach, and with a couple of different ways of working this out. So I remember it by SOHCAHTOA, which helps me remember obviously sine x is O over h, cos x is A over h, and tan x is O over A. So example 1 then, calculate the length of the side x to 3 significant figures. So I want to label my sides O, A and H. Here's my angle, so the one opposite is O, the one beside is A, and the longest one, or the hypotenuse, is H. The one I want is O, the one I have is H, so I'm going to be using sine. I'm going to go over sine x equals O over H. Sine 38 equals x over 14. Multiplying both sides by 14, I'm going to get x equals 14 times sine 38. Let's see what our calculator says. 14 multiplied by sine 38, and we get 8.62 centimeters. Second example then, again we are calculating a side. This one's a wee bit tougher because the side we're trying to work out is on the bottom. So I'm going to label my sides again. If this is my angle, this is the opposite. This is the adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse. The one I have is O. The one I want is A, so it's O and A, so it's going to be TOA. So I'm going to write then tan x is O over A. Tan 29 is 10 over Y. Now let's look back. Here, the one we were trying to work out, the letter was on the top, so we multiplied through both sides by 14. That's the easier type. If the one you're trying to work out where the letter is on the bottom, you need to be able to deal with that as well. So it's going to be two moves here. We're just going to do it algebraically. If you times through by y, we're going to get y times tan 29, which is just a number, equals 10, and we want the y on its own, so we're now going to divide by tan 29. Y equals 10 over tan 29. Some people realize you can just swap those two round. Just be careful, it's a bit like your distance, speed, time triangles from physics and things like that. But be careful you don't write this as 10 times tan 29, because that's going to give you the wrong answer. So we're going to go for 10 divided by tan 29, and that gives us 18.04. Yeah, I think that's right. And we have that. Our example 3 then is working out an angle. Similarly, we label our three sides. This one's H, this one's A, this one's O. I have A and H, so it's going to be K. So I'm going to be using cos. Cos x is A over H. Cos x equals 7 over 11. And here we want to do cos to minus 1, 7 over 11. Some calculators do it differently. So I do shift and then cos. You see the screen there. And I'm just going to go 7 divided by 11. You can put it in as a fraction if you wish. And that gives me 50.5 to 3 significant figures. Okay. Let's look at kind of some trig problems. So first thing to mention is angle of elevation and angle of depression. These are always measured then from the horizontal. So angle of elevation is as if, say for example, you're looking up at a plane. It's the angle between the horizontal ground and the angle then the direction that you're looking up. If you're standing on top of a cliff and looking down, it's the angle from the horizontal measured down then from there. The angle of elevation of the top of a tree TR from a point 15 meters horizontally from T is 20 degrees. Hardest bit of this really is getting it drawn out. So here's my tree, and it's TR from a point P, which is 15 meters. So there's the P, that's 15, and it's horizontally from T, so T must be here, and then R is here, and my angle of elevation then is 20, and we have to calculate the height of the tree, which is going to be then RT. Let's label our sides. This is H, this is A, this is O, and the one we want then is O. The one we have is A, so it's O and A, so it's going to be TOA, and we're going to use tan then. So tan X equals O over A. Tan 20 equals, let's call it just RT over 15. How do I get the RT on its own? I'm going to multiply through both sides by 15. So my RT equals 15 times tan 20 RT, and I get 5.46 meters. Is the height then of my tree.